What's up guys, CG Gaming here, bringing you another Destiny 2 video. In today's video I wanted to go over 12 confirmed Forsaken exotic weapons that have recently appeared on the Destiny database, along with their perks and stats. But just before we dive into the video, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for everyone's support on my last video where I went over some changes that went live on the 28th of August. The video did really well and I really appreciate all the new subscribers and the comments on that video. Anyways, one of the most exciting parts of a Destiny game are the exotics, and when Destiny 2 was first released, the exotics at first were a tad bit dry and boring, but over time Bungie have made changes to them and added a few new cool ones along the way, like the Whisper of the Worm and Sleeper's Stimulant. Now that Forsaken is almost here, I can't wait to try out all the new exotics. We've already seen some of them teased in videos and some will be returning from Destiny 1, but I gotta say, they all look really cool. Firstly, we've got the Two-Tailed Fox, which is an exotic rocket launcher that was featured in Bungie's teaser video. Now, it's got a bit of an interesting twist to it. As you can tell by its name, it fires 2 rockets at once, which is absolutely insane. The perk's called Twin Tails. It shoots 2 rockets at once, 1 void and 1 solar, that can track onto the same target. The other perks are Confined Launch. This weapon's launch parameters are particularly stable, greatly increases stability, increases blast radius, and decreases projectile speed. High Velocity Rounds. This weapon's projectiles are particularly light and quick, increases projectile speed and increases reload speed. Play with your prey. The Void Rocket suppresses enemies and the Solar Rocket causes damage over time. And Composite Stock. This weapon has a versatile dual-purpose stock, slightly increases stability and slightly increases handling speed. I gotta say, I love the lore title for this one, Adorably Murderous. But the gun itself looks like it's going to be a ton of fun to use and a solid one for suppressing bosses and dealing initial damage plus damage over time. Not to mention it can either track onto the same target, but it looks like it can also split to 2 targets judging from the teaser video that Bungie released. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Sins of the Past killer, but we will have to see it in action first once Forsaken drops. Next we've got an exotic returning from Destiny 1 called the Chaperone, which is a single slug firing shotgun. It was tied to a pretty lengthy quest, and if you all remember, you had to get a certain amount of kills in the Crucible with the last word equipped, and the painful part about this was that death made you lose points towards it. It does make you wonder though that with its return, does that mean that last word could be coming back, and will it be tied to a similar quest? Who knows? Now for the perks, we've got Precision Slug, which fires a single slug precision round. We've got Smooth Bore, which is smooth shotgun barrel, greatly increases range at the cost of more projectile spread. Alloy Magazine, which is faster reloads when the magazine is empty. The Roadborne, which is precision kills, briefly grant bonus handling, range and precision damage with this weapon. And then Handlaid Stock, which is this weapon is optimized for recoil control and increases the stability. Next we've got another exotic shotgun that's making a return from Destiny 1 called the Lord of Wolves. Now I never actually got either of the Year 1 or Year 2 versions of this from D1, so I'm pretty interested in giving it a try as it does have a couple of interesting perks. Shrapnel Launcher fires a powerful short range burst of solar damage. Chambered Compensator, stable barrel attachment, increases stability, moderately controls recoil and slightly decreases handling speed. Extended Mag, this weapon has a greatly increased magazine size but reloads much slower. Release the Wolves, defeating an enemy doubles the number of projectiles per burst for a short period of time. And Composite Stock, this weapon has a versatile dual purpose stock, slightly increases stability and slightly increases handling speed. Shrapnel Launcher looks pretty cool as it could be a very decent close quarters weapon. The range will be complete trash on it, but it will be a situational gun for sure. This tied with the release of the Wolves perk has the potential to deal some fairly decent damage. Next we've got the Black Talon, which is an exotic sword that was also in Bungie's teaser video. The sword's looks in general just looks pretty damn awesome, and it's got a crazy perk that's going to melt enemies in both PvE and PvP. The perks are Crow's Wings, press whatever to fire off a projectile cross combo. Tempered Edge increases sword damage and ammo. Heavy Guard, sword guard has high efficiency and high defense, and Tyler's Blade, which is powered sword kills, grant sword ammo. The Crow's Wings perk looks pretty similar to the Sword of the Thunder perk from the Boltcaster sword back in Destiny 1, which I believe will be pretty solid to use in PvP. I do hope that Bungie release more exotic swords in the game that replicate the perks from the energy swords back in Destiny 1. The next gun we've got, I'm not sure I'm going to be pronouncing right, but it's called the Malfescence, which is another one from Bungie's teaser video. It's an exotic hand cannon that shoots tainted slugs that explode. For perks, we've got Explosive Shadow, shoot tainted slugs that burrow into the enemy, stacking enough slugs causes them all to explode. Corkscrew Rifling, balanced barrel, slightly increases range and stability, slightly increases handling speed. Extended Mag, this weapon has a greatly increased magazine size but reloads much slower. Taken Predator, bonus damage against taken enemies and Gambit invaders. Heavy Grip, this grip is weighted for recoil control, increases stability and decreases handling speed. In the teaser video, it was labelled as 5 hits detonate an explosion, and by the description of the Explosive Shadow, it would seem that all 5 hits need to be against one target rather than just the 5th shot from this gun. It's also pretty interesting that it's got a Gambit perk, so you'll probably see this gun being used quite a bit in Gambit if the bonus damage is any good. Next, we've got the Ace of Spades. It's just another returning Destiny 1 exotic. Now, this one's going to be held close to all our hearts while we say goodbye to the man, the myth, the legend, Kate 6, and carry on his memories with this gun. Now, I personally plan to seek my revenge on Prince Alden by putting a bullet between his eyes with this gun. Let's just hope I get it before I actually get to him. Anyways, the perks are Memento Mori, reloading after a kill, loads magazine with a few extra damage bullets, grants radar while aiming down sights. Corkscrew Rifling, balanced rifling, slightly increases range and stability, slightly increases handling speed. High caliber rounds, shots from this weapon knock the target back further and slightly increases range. Firefly, which precision kills with this weapon, increases reload speed and causes the target to explode, dealing solo damage to nearby enemies. And Smooth Grip, this weapon is slightly easier to hold and aim, slightly increases stability and slightly increases handling speed. Memento Mori looks to be pretty similar to the Rampage perk, but with an added Mida multi-tool perk that lets you view your radar while aiming down sights, along with one of my favourite perks called Firefly, really puts this gun on my radar, no puns intended. Next, we've got an exotic which I think I'm excited for the most. It's the Wish Ender exotic bow, which is a new weapon type in the Destiny universe. It was also in the teaser video, which made me so hyped for it. For perks, we've got the Queen's Wrath. While aiming down sights with a fully drawn bow, enemies behind walls are highlighted. High tension string, tightly strung bow increases accuracy, slightly slower draw time and slightly decreases stability. Anti-Taken Fletching, specialized to fight taken targets, increases accuracy. And Broadhead, over penetrating arrowhead that damages the target on entry and exit. Alright, I'm just going to say it. Queen's Wrath is going to be insane in PvP. Having the ability to aim down sights and see enemies behind walls just before they come around the corner is just going to be so OP. This tied with the Broadhead perk is really going to put this weapon in the top meta category. Trinity Goal is up next, and it's another exotic bow that was in the teaser trailer. Perks are Split Electron, fires an arrow that splits when released, aiming down sights and fully drawing the bow both decreases the spread. Again, we've got High Tension String, tightly strung bow increases accuracy, slightly slower draw time and slightly decreases stability. Compact Arrow Shaft, thinner arrows to maximize quiver size and it increases capacity. And then Lightning Rod, precision kills grant the next shot chain lightning capabilities. Back in Destiny 1, I loved Zalo Supercell. It was easily one of my favourite guns and I've really missed it in Destiny 2. Yeah, I mean, we've got the Risk Runner, but it's just not the same unless you're fighting against enemies that do arc damage to activate the perk. This bow may fill that void that the Supercell left when it wasn't put in Destiny 2, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Next, we've got the Cerberus +1, which is a really interesting exotic auto rifle. As you can tell by the name, it's got 4 barrels that it shoots from, all at the same time. The perks are 4-headed dog, shoots erratic bullets from all gun barrels at the same time. Rifled barrel, ranged shotgun barrel, increases range, greatly decreases handling speed. Fluted barrel, ultralight barrel, greatly increases handling speed, slightly increases stability. Full bore, barrel optimized for distance, greatly increases range, decreases stability and slightly decreases handling speed. And then spread shot package, aiming this weapon reduces the spread of its projectiles. Now, I haven't got too much to say about this one. The 4-headed dog perk does sound absolutely insane, so it's just another one that I just can't wait to try. Next, we've got an exotic trace rifle called the Wave Splitter. The perks are Harmonic Laser. Laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillate when the trigger is held down. Polygonal Rifling, barrel optimized for recoil reduction, increases stability. Enhanced Battery, strong battery life, increases magazine size. Supercharged Battery, collecting an orb of light grants a short period of maximum power but starts with an automatic reload. And Fitted Stock, this stock makes the weapon stable but heavy, increases stability, moderately controls recoil and slightly decreases handling speed. Harmonic Laser and Supercharged Battery seem like perks that are going to make this weapon dominate. And I'm assuming that the waves split. I mean, who calls a gun the Wave Splitter without actually splitting its waves, right? Either way, it does sound pretty epic to me. Next, we've got another exotic from Destiny 1, a linear fusion rifle called the Queenbreaker that was tied to the Prison of Elders event back on D1. The perks are: wire rifle, fires a long-range precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit; marksman sights, long-range sights with slower charge time and greater damage, displays ammo and charge levels; combat sights, low zoom sights with faster charge time and handling, displays ability energy; enhanced battery, strong battery life, increases magazine size; hipfire grip, ergonomic grips that increase accuracy and stability when firing from the hip; quick draw, this weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast; and fitted stock. Blinding bosses, slow charge times but with greater damage, and low zoom sights all sound pretty good to me. If it's as good as what it was in Destiny 1, then this is going to be a pretty solid gun to get for sure. And last but not least, we've got the 1000 Voices, which is an exotic fusion rifle, which I'm actually pretty surprised about, as it was in the teaser trailer video and I assumed it would just be a trace rifle just by how it was showcased. Anyway, here are the perks. Ahamkara's Eye, charging this weapon unleashes a giant continuous beam of death. Extended barrel, weighty barrel extension, increases range, decreases handling speed. Liquid coils, slower building charge for higher damage, increases impact damage but slower charge time. Unforeseen repercussions, this weapon's beam superheats its targets upon impact, causing delayed explosions. And again, fitted stock. This stock makes the weapon stable but heavy, increases stability, moderately controls recoil, and slightly decreases handling speed. Now, Ahamkara's Eye is the perk that made me think it was going to be a trace rifle, which, to be honest, it sounds like it's going to act exactly like a trace rifle, but paired with unforeseen repercussions is going to make this a deadly weapon in your arsenal, so make sure that you get it. So those are the 12 exotic weapons that have been released in Destiny's database. So far we're unsure if more are to be released or if that's a final list of the weapons being released once Forsaken goes live. If it is, then I can imagine that Bungie will release a few more throughout the season. So what do you guys think to all these weapons? Do you think that some are going to be a bit too OP, or do they sound overly hyped and the perks aren't going to be as strong as they sound? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you found all of this information helpful. If you did, then drop a like on this video. As always, it's truly appreciated. And if you're not already a subscriber, then be sure to smack that subscribe button that will pop up on the screen now to keep up to date with all my latest videos. Alright guys, have an awesome day and I'll catch you all in the next video.